Friends, today we will be trying to understand the three gunas as explained in the Bhagavad Gita and also in the Upanishads and the Vedas. The universe which you see, the nature around us, is comprised of the three gunas. They are called Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna. Sattvam Rajas Tama iti guna prakriti sambhava nibadhanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. The self or the pure consciousness is bound to this body with these three gunas. And the three gunas are available all over the nature, all over creation. In animals, in plants, in food, in humans, or any activity. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakam anamayam sukhasangena badhnati jnanasangena chanakha. The first, that is sattva guna, or sattva means strength or purity or truth, is nirmalatva, that is purity, and it is beyond all contaminations, and it ties down the self with the bondage of happiness or pleasure, and also with the bondage of knowledge. The highest of the three gunas is concerned with knowledge and sense of happiness, and it is still a guna which is binding the self onto the body. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tan nibadhnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. The Rajo Guna, which is the second, it is comprising of attachment, action, karma, and trishna, craving, desire, and it ties down with karma, action. Tamas tvajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabhistan nibadhnativa. The third, the lowest, is tamoguna, or darkness. It is born out of ignorance, because darkness means ignorance, ignorance means darkness, and it dilutes or hypnotizes all beings, and it binds with error, laziness, accident, and sleep. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanamavrichita tamaha pramade sanjayachyuta. To summarize, sattva results in pleasure, happiness, and knowledge. Rajas results in action and attachment and desire. And tamoguna binds up with ignorance, laziness, delusion, and sleep. Rajas tamas chabhibhojas sattvam bhavati bharata rajas sattvam tamaschaiva tamas sattvam rajas tadha. So all beings in this world, all entities in this world, are comprising the combination of sattva, rajas, and tamas. In one way or the other, permutations and combinations and ratio and proportion, different versions of the same three gunas. Sarvadvareshu dehasmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yata tada vidyad vivridham sattvam achyuta. So the light, the radiance, the brilliance, all that is indication of sattva guna. You can see very clearly in some people these qualities where sattva guna becomes predominant. Lobha pravrittirarambha karmanam ashama spruha rajasyetani jayante vivruddhe bharashu. So in another category of people, you can see too much of greed and too much of involvement in action, obsession, and without self-control, getting lost into the action. These are all the characteristics of the Rajoguna in uprise. Aprakasho apravrittischa pramadho mohevacha tamasyetani jayante vivruddhe kurunanda. The Tamoguna, by its own name, is darkness, dullness, ignorance, foolishness, delusion, accident, error, and sleep. We can see such people also. Yada sattve pravurdhetu pralayam yati dehabhrit tada uttamavidam lokan amalan pratipadyate. At the time of death, if sattva guna is predominant, then next life will be of a higher level than the present. In a higher realm, layer, higher level of birth. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tadha pralinas tamasi modhayonishu jayate. Death at the time of Rajoguna, or when it happens in Rajoguna, you will be born again in the people who are attached to action, medium level people, a medium level birth. And similarly in Tamoguna, if the death comes, it will be resulting in being born in lower level beings. It could be animal or it could be lower level humans. Karmana sukritasyahu satvikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukkham ajnanam tamasa phalam. So the result of sattva is purity, is knowledge, is illumination. And the result of rajas or rajoguna is sorrow, misery. And the result of tamoguna is ignorance. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam rajaso lobhayevacha. From sattva guna you get knowledge, all intellectual activities, knowledge industry, enlightenment, intellectual distinction, research, all this come out of sattva guna type of a personality and behavior. And the rajoguna type of behavior is based on greed. The capitalistic thinking of greed is the ultimate source of market, and the rat race behind the market for greed is rajoguna. And tamoguna qualities are ignorance, foolishness, dullness, accident and delusion. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganya gunavrittistha adho gachanti tamasa. The sattvic people will go into a higher realm, the rajasic will remain in the middle, and the tamasic will go down the drain. Nanyam gunebhyak kartaram yada drashta anupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. But the consciousness, the self, drashta, is beyond the gunas. He who knows this will be liberated. He will reach the divine abode of the Lord. Guna netan athichatrin dehi deha samudbhavan janma ganmam chara vidikha amrutam ashnute. If one can transcend these three gunas, you can reach immortality. So is it possible? Arjuna is asking, Kailiga strin gunan etan atito bhavati prabho kimachara kadanchaitam strin gunan ativartati. How does a man who has transcended the three gunas, who is liberated from the bondage of three gunas, behave? So the Lord is answering, Prakasham cha pravrittin cha mohameva cha pandava na dveshti sam pravrittani na nivrittani kankshati. He is so mature, like a sthita prajna, like a yogi. He is not disturbed by positive results or negative results. Either way he will take it as equanimously. Udasino dasino gunair yona vichalyate gunavart gunesh vartanti iti matvana sajjate. So he will be neutral, mature enough to be neutral to the various effects of these gunas, and he will be able to transcend and get unaffected. Samadukha sukha swastha samaloshtashma kanchana. He will be equanimous to both sukha and dukkha, pleasure and pain, and gold and mud, because he has transcended rajoguna, which is greed. Tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindasmatam stuti. He will also transcend and be beyond from praise and criticism. Manapamanayos tulyo matrari pakshayo. He will be beyond the distinction between enemy and friend, and respect and insult. And he would have transcended all desires. Such a gunatita, he will also reach me. Mamya avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati chetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Such a personality will transcend the gunas and reach the divine level of the self. Brahmano hi pratisthaham amrutasya cha avyayasya shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasya ekantikasya cha. Only such a person can reach the Brahman, the absolute reality, which is immortality and indestructibility, and which is eternal, permanent, dharma, which is the highest of pleasures and happiness.